Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and apologies for everyone who has been waiting. Sorry, I'm late. Ran into a few technical difficulties on the old live stream there. But with that said, today's topic is the news that. Okay, will stop me repeating myself. Today's news that eBay is sort of getting into bed with another payment provider on their marketplace. And we're going to take a look, a bit of a discussion around what this means for eBay sellers, what it means for the marketplace, and what about PayPal? It's going to be an interesting one. So with that said, we are live. If you're joining in live, please feel free to get involved in the chat. I do have you open on the other screen there, so you can get involved. If you're watching the recording, then please leave any comments, your thoughts on how this is going to affect your business in the comment section down below. Now, to kick things off, for anyone who doesn't know, like I said, this news got announced last night. I believe it broke yesterday evening in the US, but here in the UK, it was nighttime. Now, firstly, we need to point out that PayPal doesn't appear yet to be going anywhere. For anyone who may remember back a few years ago when eBay and PayPal split, there was, as part of their agreement, PayPal would remain the sole payment processor for eBay until 2020. The news coming out today is that deal has actually extended to 2023. However, PayPal no longer have exclusivity on the eBay marketplace, which becomes very interesting. So the new deal takes PayPal and eBay's relationship, albeit a slightly diluted one, to 2023. So 5 years away. That is good news for a lot of eBay sellers. I mean, I'm sure a lot of eBay sellers, it never even entered their head that PayPal would be going anywhere. And like I said, for the next 5 years, they are not. So that is good news. However, the interesting thing comes with this company called Adyen. Now, there's been a lot of discussion going on this morning here, like I said, when we all woke up to this news about what was going on. And again, so one of my sort of business friends over in Holland says, "Yeah, we use Adyen; they're great." Adyen is a Dutch, let me get that right, I believe it is a Dutch global payments company, which focuses on e-commerce, mobile, and point of sale POS payments, and has more than 5,000 customers currently, and they're based in Amsterdam. That's where they're headquartered. So then, like I said, it seems to be well known in the Netherlands, in Holland, or whatever, however you want to call them. And if you go to their website, it's the payments platform built for growth, and they have some big names on their website. We've got Uber, Netflix, Etsy, Spotify, EasyJet. So they've got some big brands on there who apparently they're working with. But the interesting thing comes is when we look at the size difference here. To use a sort of comparison as to the nature of what we're dealing with, PayPal in 2016 had revenues of over $11 billion, and Adyen had revenues of $178 million. So by no means a small company, but compared to PayPal, they're a drop in the ocean, really. So what does all this mean? Well, eBay have announced that whilst they've reached a long-term deal with Adyen to offer payment processing for purchases on eBay. However, PayPal's payment processing will still be an option. However, it will turn into an off-site transaction. So at the minute, currently, if you buy something on eBay and you've tied up your accounts, your PayPal and eBay is linked, you can click the Buy Now button, you click PayPal, everything goes through normally. You don't often, if you've done the link, leave eBay's website. That is going to change for buyers. If they want to use their PayPal account, and let's be honest, right? And in fact, no, we'll come on to this in a minute. There's a big sort of deal going on here. And Adyen is going to be the inbuilt payment processor. And it is worth noting that Adyen is not a wallet. It's not, you think about PayPal, you can actually store your money in PayPal. Adyen doesn't do that. They are literally just a payment processor. I imagine similar to a sort of Sage Pay, a World Pay. They literally take care of the payment, look after the transaction piece, but they don't. You can't hold money in Adyen yet. Who knows if they will come out with that feature? Now, eBay's statement. I'm going to read this for you. eBay intends to further improve the customer experience by intermediating payments on the marketplace platform. In doing so, eBay will manage the payment flow, simplifying the end-to-end experience for both buyers and sellers. We have signed an agreement with Adyen, a leading global payments processor, to become our primary payments processor. To be no wonder I couldn't say that. You try saying primary payments processing partner. PayPal, a longtime eBay partner, will be a payments option at checkout for eBay buyers. So Adyen has become the primary payments processing partner, and PayPal has been relegated to an option. So that's a curious one for a number of reasons. We knew that obviously the split was going to have some sort of effect, but I don't think anybody was kind of anticipating this news today. When is this going to happen? Right now, it looks like the second half of 2018, so Q3, Q4, later this year, North America is going to see on the eBay.com platform, eBay start to offer this on-site payment platform utilizing the Adyen processing power. And PayPal will become an off-site partner or an off-site option for buyers. And who really knows how that adoption is going to go? Following on from that, from the 2018, basically it sounds like they're going to be using North America as a trial to see how that goes. And eBay will then expand this new payment option in 2019. What they mean by expand is very vague. I imagine it's largely to the rest of the world. And eBay expects that by 2021, Adyen will process most marketplace transactions globally. That's a big ask. That really is a big ask. And there's a number of reasons for that. And right now, if you're an eBay buyer, if you're an eBay seller, you need to have a PayPal account. There's no other way around it. There was no other option. If you were going to, buy something on eBay, over the years, you needed a PayPal account. So the vast majority of eBay buyers have a PayPal account. You're now going to ask them to use a payment processing platform which is alien to them. That, I'd not heard of Adyen, and I've been in e-commerce for a bloody long time now. This is a new payment, Stripe, Payoneer. Yes, heard of all these guys. Braintree, obviously owned by PayPal, but Adyen I had never come across. And again, it seems strange that this was the choice that eBay went with. But still, buyers and sellers alike, from, like I said, on the whole, largely, yes, there's a few horror stories out there which still go on, and some people get very unlucky and blah, blah, blah. But largely, people trust PayPal. They've built up a fantastic seller protection if you're a seller, and buyer protection if you're a buyer, network of measures to make sure that if you're transacting through PayPal, you're pretty sure, you're pretty confident, just like you are with your bank, that if something untoward happens, they'll just refund you. They'll, change your password, blah, 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 and lock, you feel safe, is what I'm saying. You trust PayPal. Adyen, I'm sure they're very good and they've got some big names on the website, but I don't know who they are. I don't know how fit they are for e-commerce or on a marketplace. Sure, that apparently Etsy use them, but if you're not a big Etsy seller, that doesn't help. So it's a tough one. And for eBay to come out and say that by 2021 they expect the majority of eBay marketplace payments to be put through this way means there's going to have to be a big reason for buyers to take on board this solution, because for the time it's one of those, this comes into the battle between convenience and trust. Sure, by going through PayPal I now have to leave the site, but I feel safe with PayPal rather than going through Adyen, which I'm less trustworthy of. And also the fact that eBay has had some data issues in the past. Are they now going to start looking after payment details? Are my details going to be safe? There's a lot of unknowns here, and this is obviously what a lot of sellers are going through right now, what a lot of buyers are going through right now. And it's a tough one. It really is a tough one. Again, there's another little statement here from eBay saying payments intermediation will bring significant benefits for eBay sellers. All sellers can expect a simplified pricing structure and more predictable access to funds, and most can expect their cost of payments processing to be reduced after they transition to eBay's intermediated payments model. We're also working on ways to provide sellers a central place to track and manage their business, inclusive of payments information. So that's how they're planning on doing it. Hey, John, thank you very much for joining. Appreciate the comment there on the chat. eBay are hoping that by bringing everything into one place and, importantly, reducing fees, that you're going to be more likely to use the Adyen intermediated platform, as they keep referring to it, the intermediated payments model. And that's how they're hoping that they're gonna win you round to using Adyen or to using the eBay model. It's a tough one right now. It really is. And I've seen a few, like I said, there's a link in the description down below to an article posted by the esellercafe.com. Go and check that out. They've done a really good job of putting everything together there. And the comment section itself there was very interesting read. A few sellers there were getting quite, not annoyed, but almost worried in a way about what was going to happen with this sort of this news. It's a weird one because ultimately the good news is that they've signed PayPal on for an additional 3 years, meaning that PayPal is still going to be an option until 2023. So that's still there. And they're bringing in another payments processor that we don't really know, and we don't know how it's all going to fit together, other than eBay are hoping to make it more convenient for you to use by keeping it on site and relegating PayPal to an off-site transaction. And then eBay are actually going to start taking on a little bit more of the responsibility regarding the finances and give you a better way of tracking how your money's coming in and out of your PayPal business. It depends how. I trust that eBay have thought this through. I really do. You know, they don't. Then this is not a light move on their part, and they've obviously, ever since the PayPal split, had to think about ways of which they can get back involved with the payment side of things. But right now, it seems that there's a lot of sellers who are a little wary about this news, and my message to them is, it's okay. PayPal is still there as an option. You're still going to be protected through the PayPal sales. And ultimately, it's going to be down to your buyers. Are buyers going to adopt this new payment processing method, or are the majority still going to stick with PayPal? If that's the case, within a few years, eBay are going to need to have a rethink. But you have to bear in mind that this is a long-term plan. You know, nothing is happening overnight on this. Like I said, they've said that they're going to start rolling this out in the second half of 2018, and that's just going to be in North America, from what we understand at this moment in time. Bearing in mind that, again, the statement isn't huge, it isn't long. It's going to be a long slog, and the fact that we can tell that is the fact that they've signed PayPal on for an additional 3 years. If they were so confident that Adyen would be the sole payments provider by, in a short period of time, then they wouldn't have re-signed PayPal up for longer. It is a long game. So, in fact, eBay have rightly stated sellers do not need to take any action at this time. The transition to full payments intermediation is a multiple-year journey. It's true. It's just something to be aware of. I think this is one of the biggest news pieces that has come out of e-commerce in the past few months. And to also, stem there's always going to be that trust factor, but as Richard has rightly pointed out on eSell Cafe, there's the vast majority of seller protection policies that PayPal offer, eBay also offer themselves. So whilst there may be, how a dispute's going to be handled, how all that stuff going to be handled, that is still going to, they're questions which we will not have answers to just yet. We may potentially get some answers over the next few weeks when we see the eBay spring update for 2018. I imagine that this will be one of the major points that they talk about, or it may just not be ready yet. They may not have any new news for us. Remember, this is a long-term plan, so who really knows? But yeah, that is pretty much the summary of the news today, that eBay has got a new friend in Adyen, and has bring some question marks around PayPal, even though it's like some weird love triangle, because it's like the girlfriend that you lived with who you've split up with, but you share a house with, and then you move the new girlfriend in while the old girlfriend's still living there. All very strange. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But right now, my general message is there's nothing to worry about at this moment in time. I think having options is a good thing in e-commerce rather than having to use PayPal. Adyen could be, you got to think, PayPal, whilst being like an $11 billion+ business and Adyen being a $178 million business, Adyen's pretty much a startup in comparison, and because of that means they are likely to be able to move faster, implement things quicker than the behemoth that has become PayPal. So who knows? This could be great news. This could really revolutionize eBay payments processing. You could get more access to your data, to the payments data in your eBay seller dashboard. We just don't know. But my message is don't panic. I've seen a lot of people really worried about on this news. I don't think there's anything to worry about. Remember, PayPal isn't going anywhere, at least for another 5 years. And just think about how far e-commerce has come in 5 years. The state of it will be entirely different. We might not even have screens in 5 years. Everybody could just be talking about what they want and having things turn up within a few hours. So in the grand scheme of things, do not worry. It's just an information piece. It's interesting development by eBay again, which is good news. It shows that they are working on their platform. They are looking to change things up, which they're not happy with. Will it be a good thing in the long run? Who knows? In fact, I'd like you to let me know what you think about this. Let me know what your thoughts are on this news in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear from you. Like I said, check out the article. Links in the description. Just click show more underneath this video. Link over to esellcafe.com, and you'll be able to see the full clips from the statements and everything else in there. And let me know, like I said, in the comment section what your thoughts are. But my general feeling is not to panic. There's still, PayPal is still there. It's not going anywhere. And this is a multiple-year plan that eBay are rolling out, and they've just announced it in the last few hours. So it's very early, very raw. We don't know the full details, but I wouldn't panic. With that said, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And do me a favor and share this video with someone who you think would find this useful, or maybe someone who sells online, sells on eBay especially, Share this video with them. Make sure they're kept in the loop with the latest news from eBay. With that said, enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching.